Here's a story about our Spain trip back in 2022 with Accrington Stanley when he was in League One. So at this point, I'm in the under-18s and we have a trip to Spain. The club's never done a trip to Spain before, so this was like our first one, and we was there for 2 weeks. I think we played Villarreal, Valencia. I think the other team was a team from Argentina made up of professional players who've not got a club at that moment in time. Like people who've had pro contracts but not in a club. This is where the fun starts. We come home from beating Valencia 2-0. Everyone is hyped. We're thinking, wow, we just beat them 2-0, this and that. On the bus on the way home, our manager's going crazy, like happiness crazy. But there's one problem. The next day was when we was leaving to go home. It was the end of our 2-week stay. I'm not a drinker like that, but the boys wanted to go out on a night out in Benidorm because we was like an hour away from Benidorm. I didn't want to go because at the time we was under 18s. We was all 17, 18. Some of them was even 16 years of age. The managers wouldn't let us because we was too young. So it gets to, I want to say, 1 a.m. Me and my friend Jasper, who was the left back on that team, I love him, we was playing cards in his room. It was only me and him in there whilst we was playing cards. I think everyone else was at the club bit of the resort because we stayed in like a mini resort, or so we thought. Then it gets to about 2:30, 3 a.m. Because Jasper's bedroom was on the bottom floor, there was only, if anyone wanted to get out of the building where we were staying, they'd have to come downstairs and past Jasper's room so he would have heard him. But the head of our academy at that point, let's call him James. His bedroom door was facing the bottom floor to where if anyone wanted to leave, he would see it, and he had his door open because he knew people would try and leave. Me and Jasper heard bang outside the window. Like, and you know when something unordinary happens and you're with your friend, you just look at each other thinking, what the fuck was that? And then we didn't think anything of it, to be honest with you. Then we heard bang, then bang. We've shit ourselves a bit, but we heard laughing. And as we've heard laughing, I then went onto the mini balcony outside, looked, and it's my teammates jumping out of the top window in the building, so like from like the third or second floor, in order to sneak out. I'm saying to Jasper, come here, look at this, and we're all laughing. Next thing you know, the head of academy is stood on the balcony, staring at me, saying, Calvin, what's going on? I could not tell you how bad I shit myself. Oh my God, that is one of them heart-wrenching things. Because it wasn't even like I was doing anything bad. I just didn't want to get my teammates in trouble because I knew what they was doing. But I only found out when he found out because he must have heard it from the window. But I remember just before he said my name, I turned around, I seen him before he said it. And oh my God, I can't like put into words how bad I shit my pants. So then when he's asked me that question, he knew what was going on. He must have just wanted me to say it. Me being me in it, I acted like I didn't hear him. So I turn around and go straight into the room genuinely I zoomed into that room. And then Jasper's the one that had to deal with the confrontation. I think my friends must have then knew that the head of the academy was outside watching him. So then they all ran back upstairs thinking that he didn't see him and he didn't know who it was. So not long after this, me and Jasper head to bed to go to sleep. We get about an hour into our sleep. We hear a phone call. I answered the phone. It was the head of the academy telling me to come downstairs. And at this part I was thinking, well, I've not done anything wrong, so I don't know why the fuck I'm getting called for. Then I go to the place he tells me to go, and the look on his face. Like, you know when someone's not even looking at you, but they're looking through you? Like, in my life, I'd never seen him that pissed, ever. Ever. That was crazy. You get a bit of sense of relief, though, at the same time, because you know you didn't do anything wrong. He's going mad at us, saying, oh, if we lose you out on this trip, your parents will go mad, blah, blah, blah. You know, shit like that, like the normal, guardian shit. So then, he finds out who the culprits were that jumped out the window by the camera, and he asks him, what the fuck was you doing? And the excuse that they give was, oh, we were trying to go to Mackey's. We think we're smart as kids, as young people, we think we can lie and get away with it. Because he said, it doesn't take a genius to understand that McDonald's shuts at 2 a.m. So they got caught out. But though, for them getting called out, we had to do a fucking run all around Benidorm to some sort of beach. So we got punished for that. Bear in mind, on 1 hour's sleep, and we was leaving to go home that exact day.